if you're asking yourself, should I get the LG V10 or the LG G4? Maybe I should get the V10. Or probably I should get the LG G4. Well, let's find out. Hello guys, Stone here. Today I've got the LG V10 versus the LG G4. Which one to choose, or should you upgrade? Let's find out. So in front of me here I've got the G4 and the V10, and first of all I'm gonna start very quickly with the design and build quality of the LG G4 first. Now it's all plastic here, nothing fancy, leather bags. I had to buy one straight away when I saw it. I love leather, especially a red one. Although you've got black one, you've got a bunch of other colors, and you've got the plastic option as well. Now in terms of durability, you should probably go with the black one, because the edges, as you can see on my red one, are quite worn out and the base is black. So you're good to go with the black one, even though if there's scratch you won't really notice that. And over here on the diamond pattern one, as you can see, all the diamond pattern ones are scratched over here basically from day one. So it's not really a good idea, and it really doesn't feel that premium. So anyway, let's leave these two aside. Another feature of this design which I like is the slightly curved screen and overall body over here. It really protects the phone. When you drop it like that, it doesn't break, because I have a really small ding over here. I'm not quite sure if you can tell on the camera, but I've dropped it and it didn't crack because there's a very small edge, and this one kind of covered the impact and the screen didn't break. As you can see, it's still working. Now you've got the V10 here. You've got two protections on the screen, not one but two. You've got steel, military graded sides over here. So in terms of durability, this one is way more durable. You shouldn't worry about dropping this baby up. And although it's quite durable, it's nowhere near the Nokia 3310 over here. Now, when we talk about feel in the hand, I would really say that the G4 is more compact, is more nice to feel in the hand. It's more for a one-hand usage. The V10 is a beast. It's heavy, it's big, it's still comfortable because it's very slim. But anyway, it's a very huge phone, so if you have small hands, you can go for the G4. Now, there are not many hardware differences between those two phones, but I'm gonna let you know very quickly what are they, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about them very quickly on this video. Now you've got both running Snapdragon 808 processor, 32 GB of storage here, 64 over here, 3 GB of RAM over here, 4 GB over here. The performance difference is very small, guys, very small. It's a little bit more optimized on the V10, I would say, but still for gaming it's a no-go. On both phones, Snapdragon 808, 1440p, absolutely disastrous frame rate on most games. So for all the gamers over there, these are not the ones for you. Now, other difference. Cameras are absolutely the same. However, on the video you have manual controls over here, plus you have not only optical image stabilization on both, but over here you have software stabilization on the video as well. And when you combine both the optical and the software optimization and stabilization, the results of the video are absolutely smooth and nice, and they're miles better than the G4. Now in the front you have 8 megapixel camera here. You've got two 5 megapixel cameras here, which I'm gonna talk about a little bit later on, as well as you've got one mono speaker here, one mono speaker here, and you have the hi-fi DAC over here, where you're stuck with the built-in whatever DAC it is in the Snapdragon 808, which is really not enough, but I'm gonna talk about in a sec. Another thing, no fingerprint scanner here, scanner over here, and you have one over here. Now it's not always listening, you have to press the button itself, but as you can see, Just I'll be silent for a second just to check how it is. Listen. It's very quick. It's 100% accurate, so I really like the fingerprint scanner on this one. And the other thing, you have the second display over here when you can place the name of your YouTube channel or your name, as well as some multitasking abilities and some notification help over here. Now, when we talk about the screens, very quickly, they're both the same IPS LCD quantum dot invented by LG screens. Popping colors, really good reds. As you can see, bloody reds over here. I really like that. Very nice and deep blacks. Probably one of the best LCD screens on the market. And I say LCD because AMOLED, especially Galaxy, is way better. Now, another thing, I'm gonna show you very quickly the screens over here. Just give me 1 second. That's for a photo comparison, which we're gonna do a little bit later on. Now the screens are calibrated a little bit differently, but in day-to-day usage, you're not gonna feel the difference, to be honest with you, because let's have a look. One more photo quickly. I mean, you can't really tell which one is better because they're almost the same. Now, when it comes down to sunlight visibility, the V10 is better, slightly better, but still better. Now, as I talk about the camera, you know already, camera on the back is the same, video is better on the V10. What about the front camera? Now, you've got 8 megapixels here, and you've got two cameras, 5 megapixels each. Now when I zoom in, you can see the detail on both. Let's check my eye first. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but over here you've got plenty of more detail and better color balance. You can zoom in on my kind of a beard or whatever is left from it. Absolutely better on the G4. Now, you've got the wide angle option over here, but when you zoom, the result is even worse because the object is far away. So what they've done over here is something in between. You have the wide angle, but for this wide angle you need at least 10 or 12 megapixels to match this quality. And on the normal one, why it came from 8 megapixel to 5 is absolutely beyond me. Don't get me wrong, I mean, it's good selfie camera. I'm not this kind of a selfie guy, but sometimes, every now and then, I go somewhere nice with my girlfriend, I want to take a nice photo, and I'm getting a piece of shit over here on the V10. So that's about the cameras, guys. Now, about the sound quality, let me show you very quickly about the sound quality. Both mono speakers. Now, the general opinion is that this speaker is quite bad, and this speaker, I'm not quite sure why people doesn't like it, but let's see. Listen, that's a free song, by the way. I'm gonna stop it because it's annoying. The sound coming from this speaker when the volume is cranked up to the max is bloody annoying. You feel that your ears are gonna start bleeding anytime. Now listen to the G4. Listen. Why? I have totally no idea how can they put such a bad speaker over here, and I'm glad that at least on the G5 this speaker is fixed and it sounds probably even better than this one. Now, the G4 has an amazing mono sounding speaker, And the good thing is that when placed on a table like that, because of the curve of the phone itself, it doesn't get muffled. So thumbs up LG for this speaker. I really like it. It's one of my favorite speakers. Now we've covered the camera, we've covered the sound quality here. When we talk about headphone output, now the built-in sound chip on the Snapdragon 808 sucks monkey balls. It's really not enough to drive this, you know, it's not even mid-range. That's the Sennheiser which model, HD 202, which is like 30 pounds or 50 bucks, something like that, 35 ohms. It can't really, you know, give enough power to these headphones, and I really don't like the sound of the G4. Now, on the V10, you have the high quality 32-bit DAC. If you have Lollipop version of Android, you need a specific application to enable the hi-fi DAC system-wide. But if you're on a Marshmallow like me, you can enable it through the options, or if you plug in your headphones, it automatically, let's see, it automatically what? Yes, there you go, hi-fi DAC, switches the hi-fi DAC. However, depending on the power of your headphones, as I said, this one 35 ohms. In order to get advantage of this DAC, you need at least 50 ohms of power on your headphones. It's not that it's not gonna boost the volume of this one, but it's not gonna be that significant. Yes, it's gonna be better than this one, but not that significant. Now, let me show you guys a very quick trick how to boost your audio output of the V10 even more. Now, there are a couple of different modes on the hi-fi DAC, and you can't really tell which one the phone chooses to play your song with. So when you plug in your standard headphones, that's it. Now, this one here is 3.5mm jack. The company is called FosPower. Now, what this AUX jack does is you plug the jack in first, and now the phone thinks that you've plugged in an external amplifier, and it gives more boost to the DAC, and then you plug in your headphones. That's how you're gonna get 100% of music experience on the V10. Now, this cable has a really nice quality, really, you know, nice rubber here, really nice metal feel, golden plated, I believe. It's called FosPower. It costs only $5 on Amazon. I'm gonna link the description down below. They offer free international delivery. I live in the UK, London, and it took like 5 days to come. I was really surprised, from US to London. So if you wanna get the maximum of your LG V10, get one of these. Now, what else? In terms of performance, I already said the performance of the V10 is fine. It's definitely on a flagship level. The RAM management is quite good, as you can see. However, for gaming, as I said, they're both not good. I'm not gonna go into details about gaming, guys, but you know what I mean. Casual gaming, yes, is fine, but with more graphical demanding games, there are not many of them, but still, they get hot. They definitely struggle with the 1440p screens over here. Now, another thing I want to talk about very quickly is battery life. Well, they're using the same 3000 milliamp hours found in the bloody LG G2 from 3 years ago, and the G2 was an amazing killer phone. Slim, nice, amazing screen, amazing battery life. Unfortunately, you've got bad battery life on the G4 and a ridiculously bad battery life on the V10, because it has the same battery, it has a bigger screen, it has an additional screen over here. So your battery over here will definitely suffer. Sometimes I'm a really heavy user. I charge my LG G4 every single day, plus sometimes during the day I have to recharge second time. However, on the V10, some days when I come back from work, I gotta charge a third time. I'm not sure what's the battery drainage on 4G, because I'm all the time on 4G, not Wi-Fi, 4G. But as soon as you start using your phone, you can see the battery percentage going down, which is really not nice. I mean, the battery life is really not enough. Yes, I appreciate it's removable, very easily removable like that. You can put in another battery, but that's not the point. Sometimes you're shooting a video or playing a really important game, or you're playing a fucking Pokemon, and you want your phone to have a decent battery life, and it doesn't, which is really frustrating. But anyway, that's the thing you have to live with the V10. Now, last but not least, is I want to talk about the issues of dead phones. You have the infamous boot loop on the G4. Basically, if your phone is manufactured before September 2015, it's very likely that you're gonna get a boot loop. Now, you can flush your phone with stock firmware or whatever firmware, and you can get out of the boot loop, but you can also hard brick your phone, as I did with this one. It's hard bricked. I flushed the wrong file. What can I do? So if the device is made before September, you're probably getting a boot loop. Now, another thing I want to talk about very quickly, and I was really shocked to find this out, that one day I woke up, I was browsing Google Plus for quite a few, okay, not hours, but let's say half an hour, and I can swear I saw a bloody screen burn on my phone, and I freaked out. No, LCD, it's impossible to get a screen burn. Well, welcome to LG's Quantum Dot screen. It's not a screen burn, it's not permanent, but it's temporary. It's gonna stick on another background, for example, most probably the navigational buttons. And these icons over here are probably gonna stick to your next image for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds. It depends how bad your screen already is. So my LG is 9 months old and I got them about 2 weeks ago. So let's say 9 months of heavy usage, you're getting screen retention. Now, there's a simple app called Screen Burn Fix, Screen Burn-in Fixer. You press do I have burn-ins on this background, the gray one. You press over here, and I'm really not sure if you can see on the camera over here. Yes, you can. Can you see that? And overall you have some kind of a glow over here on this side, and you have some sort of glow on this side. Now, on the V10 is newer than that, is built in February, I think. Sometimes, only sometimes, I can see a very light, line of screen retention over here, which goes off really quickly. But that makes me think that in a couple of months time, the same thing will happen to the V10 as well, because the fucking screen is absolutely the same. So although the screen is a nice IPS LCD screen, you're having a screen retention problems on both phones after a certain amount of screen on time or months. The solution: replace your screen or sell this phone and get a new one. Basically, these are the two solutions. So, secondhand, I would really not recommend getting the LG G4, as I said, because boot loop. The Sprint version, by the way, has microphone problems as well. Microphone problems plus screen retention. Absolutely no go. If you find it new for $300, or in the UK you could find it on £220, it's an absolute steal, absolutely amazing phone. But if you're planning to get the V10, you can get a V10, let's say 2 or 3 months old. It's still gonna be good. There are no hardware issues. There are no screen burns that much obvious so far, so you can easily get a V10 2 or 3 months old, let's say $300-350, or in pounds I'm not sure. I mean, it's not available in most Europe, so you gotta spend a little bit more. But overall, if you are rocking the LG G4, consider that sooner or later you're gonna get screen retention. So basically now is the time to get a new V10 for yourself, or kind of new like mine. If you have a boot loop, you're already pissed with LG, it's time to get the V10. There's no boot loops here. Now, when you have some kind of other phone and you think about which one should I get, Well, it depends. You want to go for the G4 because the better price, the better grip you're having on this one, and kind of, you know, ease of use and one hand use. But pretty much that's it, unfortunately. Oh, and the speaker and the loudspeaker performance is really good. Now, if you're about the V10, you're gonna go for the manual video controls, which are really important, and the brilliant headphone output on the V10. The selfie camera is not that good, but the overall feel in the hand, this phone feels a lot more expensive, and people just don't know about this phone, and it's definitely conversation starter. People are like, oh, what's that phone? You're like, oh, that's the LG V10, and they're like, oh, can you tell me about it? It's really nice. Look, I have an ugly Galaxy, or I have the iPhone. So yeah, and another thing, guys, just very quickly, in terms of durability, check this out. I mean, you can feel that you can easily break this phone with this one if you hit it harder. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you liked that video. If you didn't, well, you can check my other videos. You might like one. But anyway, I have new videos coming out very soon. I have a loudspeaker performance because I have quite a few phones with me now. So I'm gonna talk about probably in my next video. So yeah, if you like that video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, guys, share with your friends because I've got more nice videos coming out. Thank you very much for watching, and that's it from me.